Hey everyone, Brian here with Guitars, Whiskey, and Golf. And so I wanted to do something super special today. I've got my first special guest on the channel, Matt Morgenstern, who's the owner and founder of Arles Guitars. Matt, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, really pumped. These are amazing guitars. If you haven't seen out on YouTube, Matt has a demo video of 4 of his amazing custom-made guitars. And I'll try to leave a link in the description for that so you can find him out on YouTube. But it's Arles Guitars, and that's ARLES guitars.com. And these are custom made guitars that are available for purchase. And so I wanted to have Matt on the channel because he's my nephew, and these are just absolutely amazing custom handmade guitars with so many cool features that I wanted to do a special edition of Guitars, Whiskey, and Golf and demonstrate them and show them to the audience. So Matt, it's one thing to order a guitar online, a kit maybe, and build it at home for your own use, but another thing to start a company and be custom making these amazing guitars. What was the inspiration behind doing this?
Well, I'm a guitar player myself, and and also the art of the guitar, the design thing. I'm kind of a nut with that too, as we all are a little bit. But I really started because I wanted to build a guitar for myself, and so that's where the design came from. And I'm a big fan of offset guitars, and just classic ideas. Like I wanted to go for something that was kind of had some new techniques, but had like modern traditional styling.
Yeah, exactly.
And this kind of idea came from like 50s styling.
Really? Like a Supro or something like that? Or?
Similar to Supro, Novo, that kind of thing. And the kind of metallic sparkle finish and the curves and the inlays are kind of Art Deco.
Yeah.
And just that's kind of stuff I pulled from the 50s, and like the inlays, let's see. Yeah, and the backwards headstock. I mean, I just started messing around with this program I use on the computer, drawing it, and I figured I finally got to a design where I was like, I am happy with that. Let's try and build that. So I did it,
Why did you go with like a reverse headstock? Was that just to sort of stand out and be unique, or was there? Yeah. Is that something you prefer on your guitars?
It's pretty much all for aesthetics.
Right.
The headstocks to me is kind of like the cornerstone of the guitar. It's its signature piece. So I really wanted to give it something that would pop. And I've just always loved the backwards headstock.
Yeah.
A little different to get used to the tuning. But I mean, I don't even think about it anymore. It actually makes more sense instead of having your arm up arched like that.
Right, to be under it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are these roasted maple necks?
I have this one in particular is roasted maple. They all have different kind of different options. This is a rock maple neck. That's the roasted maple torrefied. Then there's one that has a mahogany neck I made. Actually, a couple.
So what's rock maple?
It's just basically like a term for hard maple.
Okay.
There's different species of maple, and rock maples. It's super hard, super just very stable. It doesn't, when you bring it into different weather conditions and stuff like that, it doesn't move on you.
So the binding is amazing. So what is this material?
That is called perloid.
Okay.
And that was a material used in the 50s on actually like furniture and stuff. And so that matches the pick guard.
Right.
And so it's basically like a plastic that's meant to look like mother of pearl.
Right, exactly. So it's hard. I don't know what you can see on the camera, but there's an amazing binding running up the length of the neck. The body of this model is double bound. That's double bound also.
Yeah.
Which just looks fantastic.
Yeah. There's one I made that doesn't have binding too, just to kind of give. Wanted to go with different options. I think the without binding looks great too.
Yeah, that's all. Can you change that?
Yeah.
Like if somebody ordered something, they could be like, "Hey, I just want single binding. I don't want double bound," or
Exactly.
So you can customize that.
That in particular, and then many other options we could do away with or add. But yeah, there's on my website, not yet, but there will be like a basic, like a starter, a starter thing,
and then you customize it from there. Right,
and that has like the bare bones.
Gotcha. Yeah. And what's the fretboard? Is it rosewood?
It's called Palo Ferro.
Oh, it's Palo Ferro.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and then the inlays are those are abalone.
Let me see the fretboard. Oh, that looks awesome.
Okay, yeah, so these are abalone also.
Oh, those are abalone. So there's like almost like a blue shimmer to those. That's awesome.
Right. This is the particular type of abalone is more blues than this.
Right.
Than that.
Yeah.
But then there's a couple other guitars that have a mother of pearl in them, and then I went with the dots on this, but the square inlays on that, which I love that personally. But
now these are Fralin?
Yeah, Mindy Fralin noiseless P90s.
Right, incredible.
You know, I can't say enough good stuff about the pickups.
And are those just like a PAF style humbucker, or are they something else?
These are they're called the Twang Masters, and so they're basically a noiseless single coil that's split into two different coils, and they're staggered.
Those are single coils.
These are actually, they take the place, what these really were intended for is a guitar that's built with PAF pickups, and you want to swap them out for a single coil with more twang.
So Seymour Duncan, actually, they make sort of humbucking size P90s. They call them Fat Cats.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah. So it's kind of probably that similar concept where if you wanted to put, you know, a PAF style humbucker in there, you could swap that out or whatever. Right. And obviously you've got incredible Bigsby there.
Yeah.
I love Bigsby's.
B50. Right. And the roller bridge too. I kind of, some of the bridges that they're meant to move with the tremolo systems, but this particular setup isn't. So I went with the roller bridge here so that there's no hangups there. This is also a buffalo bone nut. Oh, and then these right here are like they're a lubricant infused plastic polymer. So it really, I kept in mind the whole way with designing it, tuning stability and all that, and that's standard. So
yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So you know, how long does it take you to build a guitar?
Well, it probably about 4 months would be the lead time if somebody was to come and order something. Yeah, from start to finish. You know, guitar in hand would be 4 months is the target lead time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's actually really not that long. I mean, you get into custom shop guitars, which these are effectively custom shop guitars.
Sure.
You you know, you order a custom shop guitar from Fender. I mean, that could take 12 months or more.
Sure.
It could take a long time. Have you thought about like getting into any kind of relicking or anything like that?
I am actually the next set. So this was a batch of 4 I have here today, and the next batch of 4, 2 of them I've decided I'm gonna relic, and that's a whole other ball game in itself, you know. But yeah, I'm not gonna go super heavy with the relicking, but just you know, enough to make it
sort of road worn or something like that.
Exactly.
And you've got like a German carve. I mean, I don't know how much that shows up on the camera, but they're like it's beveled. So you got what's like a German carve here.
Yeah.
Super comfortable. They don't have belly cuts.
No.
But you know, I don't know, the carve on the top is super comfortable.
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah.
It's just, I like you got to have the thickness of the body in the middle, this core part of the body here. But it's nice to have that relief too for comfort. I mean, aesthetically it's pleasing. And I didn't want the knobs to stick out too far too. That's kind of like a finicky thing I have when the knobs stick out really far. So this recess, I just decided to bring the part of this carve in to help. I mean, it's sort of like a function and design thing, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, totally awesome.
And these also come standard with, so it's all top of the line components, the pots, the paper and oil capacitors, but there's also a boost circuit here, which it can be bypassed. But I just thought that the idea of, you know, you've got, there's a ton of great boost pedals out there, but volume control and tone control are right at your guitar, and so is the pickup selection control. It's all here. Why not have like a boost, you know,
So does it like like a clean boost?
It's like a clean boost. It's almost transparent. So I really intended it for say if you're playing a gig and you're playing a solo and you want the volume boost.
Right.
And it can also be adjusted in the access panel, but it actually does something. It boosts the mids and the highs with the pickups. So I found myself putting that on just playing on my own. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
The thing that are they all bolt on?
They're all bolt on.
Okay.
Necks.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's so many. It's hard to know what you guys can pick up on the camera, but there's so many incredible design details. Your access plates match your pick guards.
Yeah.
It's just nice features like that.
Right.
This is this like a 3-tier,
3-ply
scratch plate.
Right.
This is the best Pal Ferro board I've ever seen.
Yeah, I didn't really. I wanted to go with all Pal Ferro, but they did. It's a really nice. It's a nice species and also a nice cut of the tree too.
Right. Yeah.
And they're really a good alternative to the traditional like ebony,
right,
and maple. They're a little bit more plentiful, easier to get, and they're incredibly stable. And they're comfortable. I like the way they feel personally.
So in this one we've got standard P90s.
Correct.
That's P90s too, but you also you have other pickup configurations that you can use and swap out, right?
Totally. I mean, the sky's the limit. Really, I've stuck to like more of standard, well-known brand names. I don't mind my own pickups, but so Lindy Fralin, like I said, I can't say enough good about him, but and their product. But yeah, so I have another guitar that has sort of a telly bridge plate, and then the guitars I've made so far are all noiseless pickups too. So I know there's something to be had about the single coils that are standard that are just noisy by nature. But I'm not a fan of that personally. So
the 60 cycle just gets to you.
Yeah. But I mean, the sky's the limit with the pickup options.
Well, cool. This has been really awesome. There was another set of pickups that you had in one of your guitars that I was like, are those like TV Jones or what are those?
Oh, well, there was a
Twang Masters or
these are the Twang Masters.
Oh, those are the
here.
Twang Masters.
Yeah, these are the Twang Masters, and then there's one that has a telly noiseless single coil, and then the neck is it's a Filtertron.
That's
Lindy Fralin's version of it.
Yeah, it looked like some type of a Gretsch pickup or something like a TV Jones or something like that.
It's a beautiful looking pickup.
Yeah.
And
what are the are the tuners Clusons or?
Yep, these are Clusons. They are locking, and the gear ratio I believe is 19-1. So they kind of look traditional, but there's that upgraded gear ratio, so they're a little bit easier to use than the old ones. Yeah.
This model, I do a lot of my playing is just kind of clean, and the cleans, I mean that is
responsive.
It's super just articulate, warm.
Yeah, it's full bodied there.
Full bodied though, yeah. It's got a lot of the frequency range. It's got some good body and depth to it, but the upper end cleans are super nice too.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
do you have a particular model or setup that's your favorite?
I can't decide.
Right.
I've been asked that question before, and I can't decide. I kind of go. I mean, from aesthetics, I love the gold top color that I used.
What's the Flax 3? What is that?
Falx 3.
Oh,
so
Falx 3.
That's the name I gave this particular model, which is a small sword.
Right. Okay.
And then the 3, I made 3 models before I decided on a design. So there was 3 revisions. That's where the 3 comes from.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do some tones here. I'll just lay down a little chord progression and let's give the listeners an idea of what these bad boys can sound like. So
all right.
I'll give you a little rhythm and so lead you in a little bit.
All right. Yeah, man.
Well, man, that's really, really cool. These are incredible guitars. I'll leave some information on how you can contact Arles Guitars if you want to place an order. Suffice it to say, these are amazing handmade guitars with some of the best materials out there that you can work with. He's got a model also that's got like a Duesenberg style trim system, as well as Bigsby's hardtails if you don't want to get into trim systems and things like that. Custom colors, different pickup configurations. They're really incredible, handmade, incredible guitars that honestly would be like a lifetime guitar, something you'd have for the rest of your life.
That's what they're made for, yeah.
Thanks for joining the channel.
Thanks for
I really
having
appreciate it. Really,
Yeah.
really appreciate it. So take care, everyone. Thanks for joining Guitars, Whiskey, and Golf. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye. I'll just edit the end there.